Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Fuel by Generosity podcast. This is Rich. I am the founder and Chief Generosity Officer for Generosity Global. And happy Wednesday to you all, wherever you are around the world, watching this show, watching this podcast, listening to it at a later date. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for being part of the broadcast. Thank you all so much for your support over the last 2 months. It's been good. It's been great. But we are looking to, just keep bringing more amazing shows, more amazing guests, more amazing topics, more amazing opportunities to learn about Generosity Global. As you all know, this show was designed to help those who are connected to Generosity Global, those who are fans, those who are supporters, those who are donors of Generosity Global to get closer to our mission, to our vision, to learn more about what Generosity Global does, learn more about our various programs across the board, from here in America, where we give food to the homeless every second Saturday, and then provide shower services Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays for people experiencing homelessness, and then our program in our mission in Africa to bring clean drinking water. And today's topic is going to be focused on that, our African mission, primarily in Cameroon and Kenya, bringing clean drinking water to people in need. And today's guest is an amazing woman who has been a friend of mine over the past, I say 5 years now. Yeah, 5, 6, going on 6 years. Just an amazing person, just a woman that has a heart of gold. Some of you all have seen her. If you've been at Mission Ball, you have met her. And if you've seen me post over the month, the past few years, you see me post the things that she's doing to support Generosity Global. And so I am delighted as we actually are in a season where we are going to be raising money for Generosity Global and our water projects. And we are in a season where we are inching up day by day, week by week, onto Mission Ball 2020. So this next 6 weeks is really dedicated to Generosity Global, our African mission, our water projects, to really encourage you all, invite you all to be part of the transformation, to be part of the change, to be part of the impact, because the reality is we cannot do it without you all. Last year, we were able to come together, raise $85,000. And that turned into 9 wells in Cameroon, which gave clean water to nearly 20,000 people. And to date, we have drilled close to 20. Actually, we've drilled 20 wells. 20 wells that has given clean water to 40,000 people in Cameroon. But this year we have a bigger goal. We have a bigger dream. We came in with a big goal, with a big dream. And COVID hit. However, we're going to push through COVID. We're going to stay positive. We're going to stay optimistic and believe that we can achieve this goal of raising $200,000. And for the first time, give us the opportunity to buy and purchase our own drilling rig, which would allow us to scale exponentially. And what will normally cost us with $120,000, $130,000, we were able to drill maybe 12, 13 wells. Once we're able to purchase this drilling rig, we're able to drill 90 wells in a single calendar year. And that's clean water to nearly 80, 90,000 people in 1 year. That is amazing. So I know we can do it. I'm believing that we can do it. And today's guest is, how can I put it? Just somebody who is just humble, yet very, very caring, has a heart that cares about humanity, that has a heart that cares about people, and is just doing her part to impact the lives of people in Africa as well as locally. So without further ado, let me bring onto the screen my girl, Sophie.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, girl. How's your day?
Day is going great. Can't complain.
Tell me about it. What's the best part of the day so far?
Getting off the 9 to 5.
And you got up real, real fast, huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
But no, it's good. I mean, doing virtual learning with my 8 year old and just being able to go back and check his homework and all that stuff. So it's been hectic, but it's going well.
it's going well. I love the African print. Tell me about that.
Oh, I actually bought this back last year at at an outdoor festival. So this is
Yeah,
like a jumpsuit. I love African fabric, so it's comfortable. I will wear it every day. If I can sew, I will be sewing every day, but I don't have that talent.
you're always representing Africa, girl. You're always representing Africa. Sophie, thank you for joining me on today's show. I've been I think once when I had the concept of the show, I'm like, I think I reached out to you and I told you I'm gonna have to get you on the show because besides just being a friend of mine, you are, I just think, one of those people who inspires so many people with what you've been able to do over the last few years that I've known you. And I want for us to like highlight your work, and I just like your passion and your contribution to the work that we've been doing at Generosity Global, and really understand why, like what keeps you going, like what makes you want to be part of this. So I guess let's just start. For those who don't know you, like who do not know who Sophie is, tell the world who Sophie is.
Who is Sophie? Sophie is a runner. Sophie, I'm carefree. I'm just living my best life, as I tell everybody, living
Like, yeah,
unapologetic and doing the best I can, helping anybody that behind closed door. I'm more of like a behind the scene type of person. I normally don't like the spotlight on me, but I just like to help people and live my best life while also helping other people.
yeah, yeah. And you are
And I'm also a mother. Yes, I'm a
right.
mother to an 8 year old named James. Um, he's a great kid and I love being his mother because he's very independent. So he's not there really clingy on me because he know that his mom like to, be out doing my own thing. And
Yeah,
luckily I also have an awesome co-parent that I'm able to travel and do the stuff that I want. And
yeah.
it's not like I don't never have to worry about like a shower set or anything like that. So I'm able to do those things because I have a great support system as well.
That is awesome, Sophie. I mean, again, for as long as I've known you, you have, James. I've seen James grow up from the time
Right.
he was a little tiny boy. I think I met him when he was 2, and now he's 8. So
Yes.
the past 6 years, I've seen him. But the most amazing, one of the beautiful thing that I love about your relationship is how you and him bond, and he is so connected to you, and you give him so much love as a parent. You give him, not necessarily, you know, I love the fact that you are raising this boy to be a man who is, independent, a man who is strong, a man who can fend for himself. And through your posts and through our conversations, I can see how he is developing to being a great man right now. He's getting there. How does that make you feel as a mom?
I feel amazing because I mean as a parent, we didn't grow up a certain way, and sometimes we're trying to give everything to our child, but at the end of the day, we don't want to make them a title.
Right,
I always say like I want to create inheritance for my children, so even doing like through my project, I make sure he follows every step, everything that I'm doing. I mean,
right.
sometimes we think kids don't know what we're doing, but they actually are listening and paying attention.
Yeah,
They lead by the action that you show them. So I just like to engage with him and explain things to him as I go, and
right.
hopefully he don't be spoiled. I don't think he's gonna be spoiled, but he able to like have the foundation of life and be good to people and give back to other people. So that's really something that I try to install in him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to welcome everybody to the show. I want to welcome everybody who was just signing on, who was just checking in, who was listening right now. Again, welcome to the Fuel by Generosity podcast. This segment of the show is sponsored by our longtime sponsor, Vital Hydroalkaline Water. Their website is there, vitalhydroalkaline.com. Make sure you check them out for every order that you place in. Vital Hydro does make a contribution to Generosity Global and helps us out with our water project. So if you want to order some great alkaline water, make sure you go to vitalhydroalkaline.com, and they will make sure that is shipped to you and you will get it ready to go. So Sophie, let's jump into it. Girl, I believe it was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Right.
Um, how did you find out about Generosity Global, and then you want to be part of it?
Sure. So initially, I actually found out by accident. My little sister, she was in high school back then, so they normally do like community service, where has a high school student supposed to have like certain hours before you graduate. So
Right.
I actually hit up Doomby, one of my good friends. So that's how I
Hmm.
actually met Rich. I was like, Doomby, do you know anybody that has like any type of nonprofit organization that my little sister can go, and do community service? So she actually ended up connecting me with Rich, and she only actually came one time to
Right.
the
Yep.
volunteer, because she lived like in PG County anyway, and I'm in Baltimore. But she did come one time, and we did the whole volunteering thing then. But once I was there and seeing just like how involved you are with the community and how transparent you are, I was kind of intrigued. So I was like, let me find out more, and that's when we started discussing about Selfless Saturday. Doing the water initially, like doing the water wheel back in Cameroon. I was like, okay, that's something interesting. Like then I thought, okay, what can I do, to contribute to do my part? As everybody know, I am from Africa, Guinea. I grew
Jenny
up
in the house.
Guinea Conakry. I
Yep.
grew up like in a remote village. When I mean village, like it's the village. There's no running water. Like most of the stuff that Rich be showing you regarding like getting the well and getting the water from the ground, been there, done that. So
Yeah.
this is like nothing new to me. So I was like, okay, what can I do? Then running came to mind. I never run a marathon before. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to run a marathon, I need something bigger to give me pushing, because I don't know how I'm going to do 26.2 miles just for fun. I mean, I run for fun. I don't know about 26.2 miles. And that's how it started. So we was like 20 to 26.2 miles. Okay, I can try to raise $2,600 for every mile. And that's how it came to be. And
Yeah.
ever since then, I love it.
I mean, I think that's one of the first time where I was like, somebody that actually came and said, I'm gonna do something that I'm passionate. I'm gonna use something that I'm passionate about to help you raise money for what you're doing. And that meant the world to me back then. And it was one of those things where I was like, wow, like somebody actually believes in this and is willing to sacrifice what they love to make sure other people have what, like, why was that so important to you that, for somebody to get clean water?
So me, this is how I say I lived that life. So where like my mom, like especially as a woman, being from Africa, women do most of the bulk of the work. Like they're cooking, they have the baby in their bag, they have to go fetching for water and all this stuff. So women have all this sort of responsibility, and they have to walk miles and miles just to get this water. So being able to witness that firsthand, like it was a no-brainer for me. I'm like, why not? I mean, I can do this, running has my passion, also getting my friends and other community to donate and help. So why not?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. For those of you who have been following me over the years, we've been really telling this story about water and how intricate water is in the community, especially in the African village. And as Sophie just mentioned, women do handle most of the task. Women and young girls do handle most of the task of fetching water, cooking, cleaning the house. And most of the times they walk in miles and miles, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles at a time,
Yeah.
sometimes spending 3 hours out of the house just to go get water in the morning, and then they have to do that journey again
Yeah.
in the evening, right?
Hmm.
So it's a very burdensome and tiring activity day in and day out. And what we're doing at Generosity Global is we are, essentially shortening the distance that women and just say the community has to walk to go get water, right? It may be that village that people that used to walk 3 hours, but now when we come and drill in a particular village and we put a well or borehole in a center of town, then the walk now is like 15 minutes, right? Which is time given back to this woman to, take care of her child, to this young girl to go to school and get an education and all those things. So you get it, Sophie, and I think that's why it's so critical that, especially most of us from the continent, not to forget that
Exactly.
early childhood, the things that we grew up doing, and for most of us, we didn't have running water in our homes, right? We had to walk and go get it, and we survived, right? And I think with today's technology or today's way we are connected, there's so much more we can do. But This is year number 5 that you actually did sign up for a marathon this year.
Right, because
Right,
of COVID.
right, but because of COVID, you're just gonna you're doing a solo run.
Doing solos, that's gonna do my own. So I might even get some of my running people, like meet me halfway. Whoever want to jump in can jump in.
Oh, so
But
you
I
got a
thought,
crew.
yeah, I thought I heard about not doing it. So I'm like, okay, I should do it because it's like the most, important time to do it, especially with COVID coming. I mean, COVID, going through the continent of Africa, even in America, like for sanitation purpose. So if they don't have access to water, like I have to run, like I have to raise the money. So
Wow.
I'm like, even though I'm gonna do a soda, I'm not gonna have everybody share me on like they used to, but I rather give it my best and not let COVID, get in the way of me continuing this marathon.
I mean, that is huge. That is huge, and I think that ties into our bigger goal, right? Where we've been telling people, and I've been posting, and we've been sharing on our social media pages, on our blogs, and just saying, in spite of COVID, we are still very, very, very determined to reach this big goal that we set for ourselves coming into this year. Like we were coming from 2019 feeling really good. Mission Ball was a success. We're gonna have 1,000 people in the room this year.
Right.
It's gonna be, man, we're gonna hit that goal and we're gonna buy our drilling rig. Then boom, COVID hits.
Oh, change everything.
Wow, like everybody, right? So it's like donations go down, sponsorships disappear. But, just like you said, regardless of what is happening with COVID, and we do take that seriously, there are still people who need clean water.
And they have it way worse than us.
They have it way worse than us, where they have no other remedy, they have no other solution. To wash hands, to wash clothes, to drink. For that woman who was going through her menstrual cycle, and so imagine the accumulation of lack of the things that happen when you don't have any clean water, the presence of clean water, and the things. So just like it's like we can call it a year that is lost or canceled, or we can just push the limits
Make the
and
best of
say,
it.
you know what, we're gonna go with the heck with COVID. And in terms of, we've seen the challenges that COVID has brought us. We've seen, but we will not stop at
Right.
going after this goal that we have. We will not stop to raise the money that we need to raise to make sure that the promise that we made collectively, and you're part of that promise because you've been through it all the last 5 Mission Ball events.
Mm-hmm.
The promise that we made for these people in this community, that we're going to come back with clean water, and we're going to drill. And so I thank you for holding on to that promise, because that's what it takes, right? That really is what it takes. It's like, even if I see the challenge in front of me, I'm still going to hold on to that promise. That is.
Yes, definitely. And also what I like about Generosity Global is that y'all don't just do this water well and leave it, for the people to take care of it. Y'all do have a group of team in Cameroon and Kenya that actually, make sure they take care of it and keep it up to date so the water well doesn't get dry out. I mean, I remember being back home. Normally, like these government officials, they would do come in the community in the village and draw water well. But once they leave, because there's nobody maintaining it, after a couple months or a year the most, those well will be dry. Then
Yeah.
people, back to ground zero. I
Yeah.
think when I went back home, my first time ever going back home after being here for like 15 years, like there was a water well that was that they built in my village. But when I went home, that water well was dry up. Then like I still saw people, walking thousands of miles trying to go get access to clean water because they don't have nobody like to maintain it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very, very important that and you bring that up. And we're still getting better into how to do more sustainable projects. Majority of the wells that are drilled in Africa collapsed, right? They failed after 2 years,
Right.
sometimes even after a year. And part of that is there is no infrastructure that is built around it. There is no long-term sustainability plan that the person who meant good, but they didn't think about what happens after we drill. And what we do is we think about from when we get the money to when we drill to, 5 years down the line. And all that happens by putting together people on the ground who are responsible for taking care of that. So thank you for taking note of that, because it means a lot to us. And as we get more money and as we get more funding, we can do more high end stuff like with solar panels and things like that. But we're getting there, right? We started with one. We started with just $3,000, and last year we did 85,000.
85, that was amazing. Like
So
that was one of the most.
we're pushing. We're pushing. So race number 5. So I was with the first one is in Virginia. I was there. The other one was in New York. Right. The second one was in New York, right?
Yeah, we did Baltimore. The first one was Baltimore. I was like,
yes.
Baltimore, then New York. I believe New York was the second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. You sure the first one was Baltimore? Because I remember coming to Virginia. Which one was Virginia? I think you did the Marine Corps marathon, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the Marine. Yeah, you're right. You are right. That was the Marine Corps. Yes. I totally forgot about that one. That was actually a lottery, and I ended up getting the first time I tried it for the lottery.
Yeah.
So I totally forgot about the Marine Corps. Yes, it was the Marine Corps.
Right. And then the other one was the second one was New York.
Yes.
And then Baltimore. And then last year was Chicago. I wasn't able to make Chicago. I met you because what I try to do is I meet you in every race.
Right.
I have to meet you at the finish line, give you a big hug, and thank you personally, because it means that much to me to see you cross that finish line. So let's take us through the mind of a runner. Like when you are preparing for this marathon, like what is your preparation like? What is your routine like?
Honestly, like as they say, like it's literally mind over matter. Like you have to like really train your mind, because if you don't really focus and be like, I can do this, you can break down. Like after the first 3 miles, you're gonna break down. So imagine having to go like 20 miles, then 18 miles, then you start strong. Like there's a technique. You have to like I say, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you gotta learn how to strategize. And we want to see people go out there fast, but you gotta wake up. I always trying to wake up early. Normally I start around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, because you want to get that out of the way. You don't want to be out when it's too sunny or too hot, because you become dehydrated. So if it's like 50 degree or 60, that's a better temperature to be running, because as you're running, your body's also producing heat. But like you said, have to like eat a lot. Like you have to carb load. When people say carb load, when you're training for a marathon, you truly have to do a carb load, because those food has the preservative will give you energy later for you to be able to pick up. But I'm an early morning person, so I'd rather wake up early and get like 10 miles or 5 miles out of the way, and like learn how to pace myself. So through the training, I'm actually training myself on what type of pace I want to be in. Like, do I want to do like 11, 7, not 7, that's too fast, or 10 minutes per mile or 11 minutes per mile, because you can go out fast, but then you're going to burn yourself out. Then with race day, you never know what type of weather you're going to get. So that's why when you're going to training, you can do a hot season, cold season. But when the race day come, like for example, when I did the Marine Corps Marathon, it was like 80 degree, 90 degree balance. People was like passing out. Like you couldn't handle it.
I don't know how y'all do it.
People were passing out, but has a runner. That's an adrenaline. Like running is not for everybody, but it's like a true passion. Like you just get a high when you're doing it. And for me, it gave me so much clarity. Like as I'm running, I'm thinking about life. I'm thinking about business. I'm thinking about friends. Like just like strategizing and things. And by the time I'm done, it just gave me like that peace of mind. So like it's literally like a zen for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. One thing, I remember when I came out and trained with you in Doombe, I believe it was one morning.
Yes.
I almost passed out. I was like this. I ran 2 miles.
We got 3 miles, yes.
3 miles. I was like, and this woman is gonna do 23 more miles on top of this. I'm like, nah, thank you very much. I love you. I appreciate you. But I'm not doing all of that, because you are right. It is literally a grueling training, day in and day out to get your body accustomed to the challenger. Like, let's talk about that very first marathon that you ran. How was it?
Oh my God. I was like, why the heck did I sign up for this? What was I thinking? Once, like when it was the day to do, I was like, oh my God, like what was I thinking? Then as we kept going, like, okay, the first 5 miles, okay, I got this. I was all pumped. And it was my first marathon, even though I trained, but I didn't know all the technique on, how to better pace myself. So I kind of went out too fast. Then when I was about like in mile 10, I started getting very tired. I said, you know what, let me step back. If I need to speed walk, let me speed walk, especially the temperature is changing, like it's getting hot.
Mm,
So like when it's getting hot, and that's very dangerous. Like you can pass out, like you don't want,
absolutely.
like people was passing out. So I just like, okay, I composed myself. Speaking of water, was able to get, clean drinking water throughout the whole race. Like every mile or every 2 mile, they had water station where we was able to hydrate. They had
Right.
like fruit snack and candy, to keep your energy and your blood sugar up. But it's mental. Like you literally have to like dig deep down and like ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Is this
Yeah.
worth it?
Yeah.
And it was gruesome. And I hate it. I was by the time I was almost done, what I hate about the Marine Corps, at the finish line, they give us a hill. Like you're about to finish. Imagine you about to go downhill, but you have to
Mm,
go uphill to
uphill.
finish. So like the first mile, the last mile or two, like it was exhausting.
Yeah.
But once you finish, that's like the most beautiful feeling ever. Like I feel like I was on top of the world. And once you do it once, it's like you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, when I saw you, met you that finish line, I felt so happy for you because I knew how hard you worked at it. I knew how much you trained and how much this meant to you. Uh, in that run, did you ever want to stop? Like you just want to quit?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. Like especially once I reached like the 13 mile, the halfway, that's okay. Now I gotta do a whole 13 miles over again. Like, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
But I mean, the good part about it, you have a lot of people on the road that are encouraging you, like a lot of strangers, even some runner. Like I think one time I almost stopped. Then this man was behind me, said, "Come on, you got this. You almost there." Like he literally like almost like grabbed my hand, like and dragging me with him. He said, "Come on,
Nice,
you got this. We're gonna we're
nice,
gonna we're gonna finish this." And
nice.
that's it. You just meet like different people from different walk of life that
Yeah,
if they see you that you about to go down, they will not let you go down. They're gonna support you and say you got it and
yeah,
make you so you
yeah.
finish that first line.
And that's awesome. And it's like this running community that I see that you have built like this. You have your girls that you train with, and
Yes.
and some of them have been part of Mission Ball. Some of them have supported you.
Hmm.
Tell me like what that means to you to have people that are encouraging you within like that support system.
I mean, it means the world to me because for me personally, I'm not sure about everybody. I have like different sets of friends for different things. Like my immediate circle friend, like people I know from high school, from middle school, they don't run for nothing. Like they do not run. Like we can do brunch, we can have a game night, we can do girls' night, but nobody is going out there to run. And the good thing about technology, when I'm going to start running through Facebook, I start looking, different group of people, and I've met so many wonderful people through running that. Like one of my good runner friend, Tawanda,
Mhm.
like this woman is dedicated. I've known her for like almost 5 years now. She get up like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's been running every day. I think like 6 years or something, at least a mile a day. She will run a mile a day.
Yeah,
So, and I know that's like one of the persons I can always count on if I need to get some miles. I'm like, oh, can you run with me?
yeah.
Like tomorrow, she's actually gonna be running with me. We have to go run at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
But that no matter where you go, no matter where you travel, as a runner, you will always have people there to support you. And then some of these people, they have even become like more like a mentor to me,
Right.
more like a role model.
Yeah.
We try, even though some of them may not be running, like
Yeah.
if there was a marathon, they will travel with me just because they
Yeah.
know I'm going to be there and come support. So it's very humbling to have those type of people. So I say find something that you're passionate about, and if you don't have immediate circle that or into the stuff that you are into, is people out there that are into. So you just gotta do a Facebook search and you will find
Yeah.
people
Find that
that
community.
do the same thing that you do.
Nah,
Like
that.
if I didn't have my running group, I don't know what I would do
Yeah.
because
I
you,
mean
you
that.
need them.
That's awesome. I mean, that's wonderful. We always know we always need people like next to us, behind us, and pushing us to go further, to keep pushing us to keep going. And
Indeed.
this community that I've seen you develop over the years, and I've gotten to see some people run with you, and you've invited them together. But one thing that is inspiring, Sophie, for me is again, in the beginning of the show, it's like you're just a normal person, you're just a regular person, nothing special, just a
Nope.
strong, powerful woman who just loves to live life and living her best life. And to everybody who's listening, this is a great opportunity. Like, if there's something that you are passionate about, if there's something that you really love, if there's something that drives you, be like Sophie, right? And use that as an opportunity to get people together to, raise money for a cause. Obviously, I want to say raise money for clean water, right? Join us at Generosity Global, and if you like to dance, if you like to play the guitar, how about having a guitar night and invite people and just have a virtual guitar night and have them to donate to a cause, which is raising money for clean water or whatever that cause may be. Sophie, for the past 4 years now, I mean, again, is a power of network, is a power of your passion, is a power of bringing passion and purpose together. It's that power. She has been able to raise nearly $9,000. I mean, let me not just glance over that. $9,000. That deserves a round of applause. Like $9,000 just because you got up 5 o'clock in the morning and say, I want to run, but I'm not running for myself, but I am running because some kids who are 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 miles away in some remote village in Africa needs access to clean water. Like, that's amazing.
And I'm like, we all have to do our part, like big or small, like wherever you are, you can start. Like I said, like I always tell people, you don't need to make a lot of money to make a difference in other people's life. Like if you all come together as one, like anybody donate $5, $20, $50, those adds up and make a big difference. And the $10,000 that I raised, like it was not through one person, it was through multiple people, through all this different network of people that I've been able to, be friends with. So whatever you can do your part.
That's it. It takes us all to do our part. It takes everybody, those who are watching, those who are listening, those who are following, to say, you know what, I see what they're doing. I want to be part of that. And you don't have to come in, if you don't have $1,000 to donate, that's fine. If you have $5, $10, $20, $30, $40. It costs, $40 to give one person clean, access to clean water for life. If that's all you have, we will take it. But at the end of the day, it's just that if we all do our part, we can solve the bigger problem. And it's such a huge problem that we may not be able to solve it all in our lifetime, but at least we did our part, right? I mean, we're talking about 650 million people around the world who do not have access to clean water. And in Africa alone, we have about 300, and I believe last numbers that I got was like 325 million people without access to clean drinking water. That's a lot of people, so whatever those passions are, whatever your passion is, and you want to leverage that for good, you want to leverage that to do good, let me know, let Sophie know, reach out to Generosity Global. We'll get you. Matter of fact, we do have our website that is coming on live, but we can still set up a campaign for you. And through that website, you can invite people, you can share pictures, you can, raise money. And as we always, 100% of everything we raise go directly to the field. 100% of everything we raise, make sure we get it to the water, people that need water, drill the wells, and ensure that everybody has safe, accessible, clean drinking water, right? Yeah. So I'm looking at my comments on my personal my personal page, because I can't see it on the screen. And Linda is she's supporting what she says. She says running is both mental and physical therapy. She says, keep on soaring, my sister, keep on soaring.
Thank you.
And she was like, again, she says, bravo. So if you want to leave a comment, and if you want me to see it on my dashboard, make sure you log on to the show on the Fuel by Generosity podcast page or the Generosity Global page. If you comment on my personal page, I will see it on my phone. However, I cannot see it on the screen. Talk about, like all these marathons, like you are funding yourself, right?
Yes. So pretty much you just pay the fee. I mean, you have a lot of like big organizations that do have a big group of people, that are doing fundraising to run these marathon. But for me, I was like, I mean, I already know an organization closer to me that I know is transparent. Why not just start a solo, fundraising on my own? So
Yeah.
most times I will just pay the fee. It can be like $100, $50,
Yeah.
and then from there I start the campaign and have other people donate.
It's as simple as that. I mean, you guys, you heard her. She knows an organization that is close and dear to her heart. You all know me, Rich, right? You all know Generosity Global. We've been doing this for 10 years. We have all the T-shirts, everything to show for. We have all the impact reports to show for it. If we mean that much to you as an organization, and you want to help us, like matter of fact, I'm going to be calling and challenging people who are watching right now. If there is something that you can do to help us, we have a big goal, guys. This is a bold goal, like $200,000 this year. Mission Ball 2021 is November 21st. By the close of that month, by the close of November, we want to be sitting at $200,000 and say we did it together. But we realize that I can't do it alone. Sophie cannot do it alone. Erica can't do it alone. Our board of directors can't do it alone. We need everybody to come in. Matter of fact, let me share this link. And I'm not sure if you probably don't have a hyperlink, but this is a link. Maybe you can just write it down if you're watching. Write it down and go to it. That is Sophie's campaign. If you go to that link, and I think Sophie right now has your goal is $2,600, correct?
Correct.
And right now, I think you're right around $1,200.
Yeah, about 1155.
1155. So I mean, and you just started last week.
And those are only two people that have made those donations.
We need two more people like that. Just drop 500 each, right? Just drop 500 each. I like that, right? So again, Sophie comes to us, comes to our website, comes to our platform, and we help set a campaign up for her. We give her all the tools that she needs. We'll give her the marketing. We'll give her the pictures that we have from the field, because we want these campaigns to make, to be relevant to people who are looking at it and make the connection. So copy that link, click on that link if you're watching, go there, make a donation to Sophie's campaign, help Sophie get to $2,600. And if you want to start your own campaign, please let me know, let us know. We would definitely make sure that we get you signed up. Whatever your cause is, or whatever your passion is, it's never too small to use that to raise money for a good cause. And giving clean, there is no noble cause. There is no other, no more of a cause than giving clean water to people who need clean water. Guys, trust me, I have been in the field. Okay, I've been there. I've been traveling to Cameroon and Kenya the past 6-7 years. And when I say I have seen people drink water that even an animal you would not even give to your dog, right? And that's what some people drink. And the fact that we have the power to give clean water for as little as $40 per person, that for me, brings it all, like basically we all should be getting behind this. Yes. And, Sophie, what would you say to people who are watching right now, about, if they're thinking about supporting Generosity Global in that way, what would you say to them?
I would tell me this is definitely one of the most transparent organizations that you will ever see. Like every dollar is accounted for. So go and if you want a report, they will give you a report. Like every dollar is literally counted for, and all these donations are 100% tax deductible. So if you want to donate, you can write us a check to Generosity Global. If you're not able to donate online, I can come pick it up. Yep. You can do Cash App, you can do PayPal, whatever. Yep. So there's no restriction, and you will get your receipts and to make sure you account for those donations. I mean, it's just a great organization to be a part of. Not just like in Africa, also here in the USA, feeding the homeless people, doing clothes drive, and giving them fresh meal every second Saturday of the month. Like, why would you not want to be part of this? Like, you don't have to be a millionaire. Like, we can all do our part with whatever you have at this moment. If you don't have money to donate, you can always donate your time.
Yeah,
I would definitely encourage everybody to get involved.
absolutely. Sophie, talk to me about so you had camp, run number one. Did it get easier as you went along?
I would say yes, it did get easier as because you learn different technique on how to better, uh, set your time and set your goal. Like for this marathon, for example, even though I was like delaying on like I wasn't sure if I was going to run or not, but then I just decided like last month that I was going to be run. So instead of 20 for 6 months, I'm actually 20 for 2 months. So once a runner, always a runner. So if you stay prepared, then you don't have to get ready. Like if you, like that, like how the saying go.
Yeah.
So most people will take you like 6 months for you to run a marathon because like you can do like a whole week, 3 miles here, 5 miles, 6 miles, then it fluctuate, go back and forth, back and forth. But for the fifth marathon, I'm doing it. I'm 20 for only 2 months
Yeah.
because I'm always running. So I'm kind of used to it and I know what to do and what not to do.
Mm.
So it has really become easier for me. And I just hope that the weather will cooperate because for
Yeah.
this solo one, I plan on doing it on November the 21st, the same
Okay.
day as the
Same day
virtual.
of Mission Ball.
Yeah, so I get up early in the morning, maybe start like at 5 o'clock in the morning and get it done. Might take 5 hours, 6 hours, we don't know. But yeah, I said the more you do it, and if you stay ready, it's just like going to the gym or anything that you're doing. If your body is used to it, you won't lose it. But if you don't use it, you sort of lose it.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you keep saying the weather cooperate, but if I can remember clearly, you went all the way to what was it?
Iceland.
Iceland last year? Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, last year was Iceland. Yes, last year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you went there to run.
Yeah.
What?
It was beautiful.
I mean, I mean, it's cold. That's
It's like when you run it, is that adrenaline. When you in it, you don't feel it. But once you stop, you literally feel everything. So
yeah,
it's best to keep going till you hit that finish line. But that's like I said, running is my passion. I love to travel, so why not incorporate everything and get everything that I want?
yep, you're right. You're right. There's a comment that just came in from Linda again. She says, programming is key, right?
Yes.
That is definitely key. So take us after the run. Take us like what happens when you cross that line? Is it like I need to go sleep? What is it?
I need food. If you know me, like
Why
you know,
know?
I love to eat. Like honestly, sometimes when I'm running, like I have the vision in my mind, like, okay, what am I gonna eat? Like what I think this like I need that like good rich African food. I don't want no fancy food. I want like the suya, the fufu. Like
Yeah,
I look forward like the type of meal I'm gonna eat. But remember, why we went out to Chipotle to eat the last
we
one I
did.
did the
We
first
did.
marathon. So
Yep.
like cause and like when I'm running, I'm not a heavy eater, so I don't eat a lot during race
Yep.
day. Like I can literally run, just drink water the whole day. I didn't even snack or nothing. So
Hmm.
when I'm done, like I'm starving, like I need food.
Yeah. She's like, give me the food, give me the
I
food.
need
Well,
food.
I mean, we will make sure that, if not, because that night maybe just be too busy, but it will be my treat, Eric and I, to make sure we take another visit back because I saw you at Swahili Village and you were tearing down. So,
I'm not ashamed. Anybody that knows Sophie loves to eat.
that is true. We'll make sure that we take a trip down to Swahili and have a thank you lunch dinner for you. So November 21st is coming right around the corner. How many miles are you? I'm laughing at Linda. She said for an arrow. How many miles are you running each day? Does it matter? Like, are you just pacing yourself or?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to more pace myself. I mean, like yesterday I did 9 miles. Sometimes it just depends how I feel. Cause like this time my first marathon, so I kind of like go with the flow on how I feel. Like yesterday I went out for 5 miles, but I ended up doing 9 miles, and this morning I did 3. But like, and I do have a schedule that I'm trying to follow, but I'm trying to do all the way up to 20 miles. But when you're 20, you can never run the full 26, mark because you want to leave room for that, to kind of keep you going during the race day. So the
God.
most I will go up to is 20 miles. So
Huh.
this
So you,
week I
so
might
you
go.
don't, you don't you don't run a whole 26 when you train.
No. So the
Oh,
most you can stop is 20 miles. So you want to
oh. See,
you
somebody
have
like
to.
me, I'm gonna run the whole 26 just to see if I can run the whole 26 before I
No,
start on the
you
26.
gotta save something for race day. Like
Okay,
that's yeah, you go up if you can do 20 miles, then okay, then the 6 mile, I can do that no time, but at least go up to 20 miles.
okay. Well, now I learned something new. I'm not gonna run a whole marathon when I'm
Or
training.
some people do 23 miles, but never the full one.
Got
That would defeat the purpose. Then you don't get the adrenaline of finishing.
yeah. Let me so on question I was gonna ask to follow up on that. It skipped my mind, but when you're running, you know what you're grabbing water, but what type of response are you getting from your body?
If I'm in training, it's good to have rest. So if you don't get proper rest, like sleeping wise, you will be drained.
Hmm.
So sometimes your body, like when your body will like pretty much trying to shut down on you. Like my leg will get kind of heavy on me, especially when I'm going up the hill. But I just have to think like I have to let my mind take control of my body because if I leave my body, it's gonna fail me. So
Mm.
I can then I switch music. Like sometimes you will see me running and I might put on some reggaeton or some African beat, like just to like
Yeah,
dance
girl.
and attack that heel. Like you have to find something. Like I will sometimes when I'm running, I will have like my finish, like the 3 mile. I will have certain music that I want to play, and it gotta
Mm.
be upbeat, like
Yeah,
give me energized to keep
energy
going.
music.
Yes,
It's
and
like
something when I'm feeling tired, I might listen to some gospel or
yeah,
some motivational speech to
let
kind of
Jesus
like
let Jesus lift you up.
yeah, like Jesus take the wheel. That. But it's a lot of emotion, a lot of transition that goes on like through the running. But the more you do it, the more you can kind of figure out, what works for you. Like everybody is not the same.
Yeah,
But for me, I know music will keep me going.
yeah. There's something about music, and there's something about those beats that basically keep you engaged to what
And
you're doing. But even though I tell myself, which I will not run a marathon ever in my life, that is a promise, right? I am. We let you do the running. I'm not. But again, in life, those things that you want to accomplish is a mindset thing.
yeah,
It's mind over matter, mind
yeah,
over body, and train your mind, position your mind, empower your mind to you know embrace that moment that you're in, because the reality is when you are in that space, nothing else matters. Nothing else
exactly. Yeah,
exists,
you
right?
just
Block out
zone out.
everything. Like the racehorse where they have blinders on, they can't see left, they can't see right. You're only looking forward and you keep
Yep,
going.
gotta
And
find your zone.
that's it. What has been your best time so far?
I think the best was like 5:30. Because I know the first time I did it was like 6:30, almost 7.
Yeah,
So every year the time keep like
it's gotten
decreasing,
better.
keep getting better. So one day is to do maybe 4 or 5 solid. So that's the goal.
Okay. Okay. I mean, but and that again is an encouraging moment in itself, right? Where as you go on, and that is you know connecting to generosity and what we've been able to do as we, and I say we, like together, you've been part of this. You've seen it where we started with, one well, and there was times when we raised $10,000 and we were so happy, like we just raised $10,000, and we were very happy, very humble, very appreciative. And that was the most we can raise at that time. But over the years, we've been able to
Exactly.
bring more to the table. More people have supported. More people have been part of Mission Ball. Um, and then for you, like your time has steadily gotten better, which
Yes.
I know for every runner, that is an important thing, because you want to make sure that you are,
Improving.
you're improving year over year. Sophie, you've been part of Mission Balls events in the past. Even though we're not going to have it this year, just tell people what they have missed and what they
Oh
up
man.
to for next year.
It's just amazing, amazing energy, amazing people, amazing conversation. Like when you in there, once you leave, like there's no way you will not want to be part of Mission Board. Like it's just that energy, is like gravity that pulls you, and everybody that you talk to, and the difference that people making, and all these videos that we see, and the impact that we are like Generosity Global is making back home in Cameroon and Kenya, in Africa in general. and the goal is bigger. Like the more people we have, the more
Yep.
money we have. Like, it's just not going to be in Cameroon or
Yep.
Kenya. Like
Yep.
it's going to expand out. So I say definitely come. And like I have a personal goal myself. Once I become a millionaire or on my way to millionaire, I
Yeah.
do am gonna
We-
do more on my part
We're
also for
going. We're
generosity.
going. We're going to your country once that
So
time comes, right?
like isn't amazing things to do. Like we helping our own people. Like we cannot always depend on other people to come rescue us. Like
Yeah.
as Africans, as Americans, we have to uplift one another. We all have to do our part, especially those of us from Africa. Like we may have been here, but home is home, and we
Yeah.
got to help those people back home.
You.
Like
Oh.
$100 is a lot. Like $100 US is nothing, but if we send it over there, it's a lot of money. It make big difference for them. So we all got to come together and do our part. And I understand there's corruption everywhere, but trust me, Generosity Global is transparent. You will know exactly where everything goes. So if you want to get behind the organization, come join Generosity Global, and hopefully when COVID is over, Mission Board 2021,
Yeah.
like you would not want to miss it.
Gonna
But
be fireworks. We are guaranteeing that right now. It's gonna be
yes, like
fireworks.
I'm just in love with this organization. I wish I can do more, but it's so much like just to seeing like the impact that we're making on people's life, like is incredible.
Yeah. No, I mean, Sophie, it means a lot for you to speak that. Like you're one of our greatest ambassadors as a brand, as an organization. You have seen me behind the scenes. You have seen all that we do. You and I work outside of general, with business and stuff. But overall, like your love, your support, it's incredible. And like you said, and the more people that join in, the more people that come into this, the more we can do. I mean, for 5 years, the first 5 years we were moving at a snail's pace, and then last year or earlier this year we made an entrance into Kenya, right? And
Yes.
for me, that whole East Africa region is like we are targeting that. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of money. But one thing that I know for sure is as long as we have people like you, Sophie, as long as we have people like our viewers, nothing is beyond the realm of imagination. Nothing is beyond the realm of possibility because
Indeed.
we know that, we have an amazing village that is on fire. And as the leader of this, of Generosity Global, I have to, hold my own in terms of making sure that what you just said about the transparency is always 100% because it means that much to me. It means that much to us as an organization for people to always feel confident when they want to support us, when they want to donate, when they want to, do anything related to charity. Like, take a look at us, right? Our financials, and very soon we will have our very first audit, and that will be like an independent person comes in and they audited our financials to tell you that everything we've been saying about 100% of your money goes to, so that is the goal because it means that much to us. But overall, Sophie, you may not notice a lot, but maybe people don't tell you, but you are an inspiring, you are a mentor to many from afar. You are an inspiration to myself because when I look at a woman of your caliber, a single mother, and yet 9 to 5, and then on the other side, we haven't talked about you got your real estate venture and other things that you do in between. Like you are killing the game. Like where do you find time and energy to do all these things?
I mean, time is money. That's how I look at it. Time is money. And if you want a good life, you have to put in the work. So, in 10 to 15 years, I want to be relaxing, traveling. So, I got to put in the work right now. And what better thing than real estate? So, and I think I actually got the idea from my father. I came here in 1997. Since I came here, I've never seen this man go to work. 1997, like he had 3 houses. They pretty much, I think some of the houses like 5 bedroom or 6 bed. So he rented us. Pretty much get up every Saturday, go collect his rent, come
Yeah.
home, sit by the phone, call Africa, and yap yap
I
yap.
love that kind of life. I love it.
Yeah, he will go home for like in Africa for like 2 years. Then he will come back. So who can go to Africa for 2 years? Don't have no money that you have like. I mean, you have money, but you're not working for nobody. Just
Right.
to be able to have that luxury and do what you want when you want.
Yeah.
And that's what really got me into real estate. So I was like, I have to make it happen.
Yeah.
Then I started out. Then it's business. You learn, you make a mistake, but every year it get better, and I will not change anything. Like, I love it.
Well, we are in that. We are in that together. So we're not failing. But Sophie, we've been talking for like 55 minutes, and we are landing this plane. We are bringing it to a close. We are, coming to an end. But before I let you go, people who have been watching us for the past, 55 minutes and 20 seconds, they're thinking about doing something like you're doing. Using your passion to, help people in need, to raise money. What words of advice, what words of wisdom, what words of inspiration do you have for them? Like somebody who wants to get started, they don't know how to get started. They may not be as confident, whatever. Like, what can you tell somebody to say, hey, use that which you love, your passion, and leverage it for good?
No, I said, Derek, you got to think about what do you want. You have to have a vision for yourself. Like, block out all the noise. No matter how crazy it might look to you, be like, set out your goal on what you want to do. Once you define that and you set on it, just go for it. Like, you will have other people that will support you or people that will talk negative, but it doesn't matter. As long as you believe in what you want to do, like, go out there and do it. It's so much opportunity out here for everybody. Whether you want to do business, whether you want to help people, and helping people actually make you feel even better. Like, when you have words there are other people compared to your age, you can be like, nah, I don't have no problem. Like, they have worse issue than you. So if you why you still following your own passion, in the process of following your own passion, if you're helping other people, God will bless you more.
Mm,
So they said, to who much is given, much is required. So no
mm,
matter how little you have, you make $50, donate $5, donate $10. Like,
wow.
God will reward you in more ways than you will ever know. So just give back and be true to yourself. That's what I would tell everybody. And
My
if you want to create any business, just go for it. Like,
mm,
just go for it.
wow. You just dropped a line over there, girl. I mean, I was just hooked on every word. Like, I mean, seriously, it's all about going for it and doing your best part, doing the best that you can. Linda says yes to using your passion to fuel generosity. Thank you. I mean, Sophie, um, as mentioned, you are an inspiration. We thank you. Our viewers thank you for what you're doing. Our village thanks you for what you are doing to help bring clean water to thousands of people and eventually millions of people around the world. It is amazing to have somebody like yourself who is so selfless, and you realize that there's something that even if I don't have $1 million or $100,000 in the bank or whatever it is, I can do my part to make life better for so many people. So, Sophie, thank you so much for being part of the show today. Definitely, this is not going to be the last time. We're going to be sharing your campaign. Hopefully, I think I'm going to try to come out there to run with you one day. I don't know. No promises. No promises. But overall, I'm looking forward to seeing you cross the finish line again. And as usual, as always, I will be there at the finish line. God willing, I'm there to thank you personally. But on behalf of the GGG Village and all the people that know you and those who are just getting to know you, thank you so much for being part of this show. Okay.
Thank you. And if you want to start a marathon, you want to like start anything with Generosity Global, if it run is your passion, I'm definitely open to help you set up, train with you, or do whatever you got to do. So just let's go and get started.
That's right. And thank you for all you do. And
Thank you.
yeah, and thank you everyone for listening onto the show. Thank you all so much for for taking one or two things away from today's podcast. And Sophie has inspired us all to use our passions to fuel generosity, to use the things that we love to do. For Sophie, she loves to run. She is a runner every day. For as long as I've known her, she is running and she is running miles. And she said, why not use this passion, bring people together, inspire people to donate money and use that money to give clean water to people in need in sub-Saharan Africa. So if this podcast speaks to you and you want to use your passion. You want to use the thing that you really love to do, and you can do it in your sleep without worrying about anything. Please shoot me a message. You can email me at rich@generosityglobal.org. You can inbox me. You can send info at generosity. Go to our website, push the contact button. Let us know. We would love to get you started on the campaign. And as we always say, everything that we do here at Generosity Global is fueled by generosity. You all allow us to do the things that we've been able to do. All the impact that we've had thus far, in America, as well as in Cameroon and in Kenya right now, all that has been made possible because of your generosity. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in, for being part of this show. We will have a replay, a rebroadcast on this, and the link to this show, this show will be available on our YouTube channel tomorrow morning. So make sure you copy it, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. And with that, I thank you all. Remember, we are Generosity Global. Take care. God bless.